Good morning. This is Robert Ferguson, your nutritionist, and I am excited and delighted to be here to share information with you that I believe can help you not just now, but for the rest of your life. Now, for those of you who are new to me, thank you for being here and giving me a chance to share information with you. I will not keep you long. I am going to share with you an answer to a question that I got this week. And then I'm going to talk about this new drug that quite a few celebrities are utilizing. Quite a few people with a ton of money are going out of their way to use this drug to help them lose weight or keep the weight from coming back on. I was on, I think, Newsmax a little over a year ago talking about this drug. And so it keeps coming up, even though there are other ways of doing this. Now, for those of you who are not subscribers to our YouTube channel, please visit as youtube.com/diet free life. That's a quick and easy way to find us. And then we make links available. And if you have questions about nutrition, or if you want to become a client, if you want to become a coach, if you want to just learn more, reach out to us because we are here to help you with that. So let's get into it. Okay. Well, I get this question. Before this is very important. Let me give a couple shout outs. Linda, who's one of my clients, hit her 70-pound weight loss benchmark today. That's 70 pounds. Okay, go grab 70 pounds and take it upstairs. 70 pounds, that's a lot of weight. 70 pounds. You know what I'm saying? 70 pounds, that's real. So Linda, congratulations on making it happen. You definitely have been a great client. I enjoy our talks. So congratulations. Plus, Linda has just improved all of these metabolic markers. This lady is no longer taking a statin. Okay, do you guys know how powerful that is? She just improved so many areas of her life. So just very, very happy. And Melissa, I want to give a big shout out to, who is down 43 pounds with hitting her benchmark. And there's quite a few today, but these two ladies have been really working hard. And when I say working hard, actually, that's the wrong way of saying it. They have just stayed the course. They've embraced the lifestyle and they're rocking and rolling. So congratulations to you. And I want to give a big shout out to the fact that our probiotic is available. If you have not learned about it, we have made links available. I'm willing to put it up against any probiotic out there. I was talking to some doctors yesterday about it. They want to place huge orders because finally there's a probiotic that is affordable and does what it says it does. And if you understand the value of gut health, then you will appreciate what we have put together and are making available to the masses. Okay. The question that I got this week is one about this ingredient, natural flavors. Like, have you ever, like, when you look at, like, nutritional facts and you look at the ingredients and you'll see natural flavors. And most people just assume that if you see natural flavors, then they're hiding something. There's something negative about it. Well, according to the FDA, when you see natural flavoring or natural flavors, what this is associated with is that it's an essential oil or it's an extract from a plant or an animal source. So they pull it. So it's natural, from its natural state, they extract it, and then it becomes an ingredient in the food. Now, natural flavors, they can come from a variety of sources. It could also be like spices. It could be herbs. It could be fruit, right? Because it'll say natural flavors, and I know that the flavor is coming from legit, real blueberries. It could be coming from vegetables, or it could be coming from the vegetable juice. So natural flavors does not automatically mean a negative. It's actually a positive based on how the FDA looks at it. So for the most part, I don't see any concerns with natural flavors. So if you see that, that is no reason, unless there's something you know that I don't know, when it pertains to natural flavors as an ingredient. There's no concern when it comes to that. Okay. Now, the thing that you may be listening in on is because I'm talking about this drug that a lot of celebrities, a lot of people are being pushed to this drug. It costs a lot of money. Many people are coming out of pocket just because they're looking for another way to lose weight. And I'm referring to a drug called Wegovy. And again, I was on Newsmarks a little over a year ago, I believe, talking about this drug when it first was getting some momentum. It also has another name that it goes by, a generic name, semaglutide. Now, Wegovy is a glucagon, what they call a glucagon-like peptide 1, GLP-1. It's a receptor, and it's located in um, your intestine, your small intestine, and there's two major receptors or peptides in that area. One I talk a lot about, especially if you're a client of mine, GIP. That's glucose dependent insulinotropic peptide. Now that is one that the world will become more and more aware of it with my next book as well as my documentary, because the way we eat, the way we move, uh, plays a huge role on how we can optimize that first peptide, GIP. But the GLP-1, that since the early 60s, they've been playing in that area to manipulate things and to create drugs, primarily like for diabetics, uh, for weight loss. And it sounds great, and you may see people that lose weight, but at what extreme? And when I say extreme, I'm talking about side effects. When you are taking a drug to lose weight, but you're willing to be okay with the side effects of nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, constipation, abdominal pain, headaches, fatigue, indigestion, heartburn, dizziness, bloating, belching, low blood sugar, okay, which could be a benefit, even though it's a side effect for type 2 diabetics. And some of you will just focus on that part and not realize all the other side effects I just mentioned. But additional side effects, gas, um, gastric reflux disease, GERD. Um, and what I like to do is I like to go to the area when I look at side effects and just read what are the side effects, if there are some, as it pertains to pregnancy or breastfeeding. And Wegovy, I'm reading directly from their website, says Wegovy is not recommended for use. It may harm a fetus. When pregnancy is recognized, discontinue Wegovy. Okay. That says it all. That says it all. I mean, there's pages and pages and pages and pages of this, and the clinical trials. I mean, to me, it's not even significant, but they have this thing when they come up, when they want it to be significant enough where they can say a clinical trial and it proved that weight loss came about. They start looking at what they call absolute risks and relative risks. And when you see relative, that's when I want to run. And that's what I pick up with Wegovy. Wegovy, I feel for these people who feel compelled to use a drug like this when it sets them up for all kind of problems. All kind of problems. When all they had to do was do what Linda did and learn how to eat. Yes, I don't have a pill to give you, but I do have education to provide you. So my clients, I make it very important that they are informed. And I encourage all of our coaches to do the same. And the more the coaches become informed, the more they can help you become informed. So I want you to be informed. I've had clients ask me about Wegovy. I've had, clients be thinking about it. I've had clients come to me and pay big money just to talk for an hour about the potential of them getting bariatric surgery. And in the end, once people are informed and it's good information, they are way less likely to fall prey to the people selling the dream. Selling the dream. It's like, you know what? I'm willing to risk my health to lose weight and pay all this money. when all they had to do, seriously, is to get with someone like myself, a coach, who can be there for accountability, encourage them to stay the course, and educate them. And when you're educated and you're aware, you're powerful. And there's a lot of people who are running around and they think they're informed, but they're not. They have a lot of misinformation. And I meet people like this all the time. And it is mind blowing to me because they're walking around and they look the part. They're hiking all the time, they're working out all the time, but they have no idea that there's a compound effect of some of the things they are eating that will show up in some form of cancer, that will show up in some type of chronic illness, some type of chronic disease. And that happens and they just don't even know. They have no idea. Like one of my clients I talked to later this afternoon, he's been my client for over 20 years. And we don't really even get along. And I ask him every once in a while, and I do this for fun, is I'll say, "Hey Jay, so I know you're not my biggest fan, but yet you've been my client for 20 years. And why is this?" And he says, "Because you stay on top of things and you know your shit." And I go, "Yeah." And so even though we don't necessarily like each other, we put that aside because his health, his life is more important. And he wants legit, real, concrete information. He doesn't want to be guessing. And for over 20 years, he's seen me stay the course and do the things that I do. And that's why he's still my client. And I'll probably coach him until I die or he dies. And we talk once a month as my client, and I share with him information like this. Well, we go these out there. He knows people who are taking it. He's actually referred people to talk to me after he found out they were taking this drug so that they would be informed, because their doctors didn't truly inform them of this. They downplayed the side effects and they just want to make that commission, and it looks good. And that's just not cool. Not cool at all. So anyway, if you guys have questions, you can always, if you catch me live, feel free to ask. I will answer any question that you have. Um, and if I don't know the answer, then I'll get back to you. And I have quite a few friends as part of my resource that I can go to, whether they're gastroenterologists, physicians, other nutritionists, dietitians, holistic gurus. And we have great conversations. I have a mastermind of people that I connect with on a regular basis. And we don't always agree with each other, but we're willing to have conversations and present information. And then that, with our vast experience that we can pull from, we then come to a consensus on what would be ideal as far as a recommendation for someone or something that we would personally do for ourselves. Okay, it is a Friday. So here's my warning for all of you, and then I'm out of here. And the warning is not a negative warning, but it's a warning for your progress. Right now is the best time to do something about your health and your weight. I believe that to be true. I say from October 1st throughout the rest of the year, this is the time to dive in. And I say this for 3 reasons. Number one, if you tackle it now, it helps you be mindful throughout the holidays, right? Halloween is here, Thanksgiving is here, Christmas is here, New Year's is here. Festive energy is all around us, and people tend to gain weight during this time of year. So when you begin a program like what I recommend, or being coached, etc., then this is the best time because it helps you be mindful. And if you were going to gain 5 pounds, then you'll probably be at the same weight. You may even be lighter, especially as you learn how to eat all of these amazing foods that are put in front of us during the holiday season. You'll just know how to enjoy those foods without creating damage. So that's number one. Number two is, why not start now? Why put something off, which I see people do all the time? You just keep putting it off, keep putting it off. When is going to be the right time to do something about it? Like, seriously, like when? I like those phone calls or emails when I hear from someone on a Friday and I'm thinking that they want to start on Monday, and they're like, no, now is the best time. Okay, well, maybe it's 6 p.m. So can you send me a grocery list? Send me some recommendations. I'm going to the grocery store first thing in the morning. You know what? No, I'm going right now because tomorrow is the beginning of my new life. I love that. There's no reason to keep putting it off. Do not put it off. Do not put it off. Seriously. Smack yourself upside the head, hit yourself in the bum. What do you need to do to get yourself off the fence and get yourself going? And don't count on willpower and don't count on discipline, because you've lived long enough, if you have lived long enough, to know and have the wisdom that that's not going to work for you. Okay. It's not going to work. And the third thing is kind of to reinforce both things that I'm saying. And that is, when you get on the path now, you walk into January with momentum. And the people who have momentum in January tend to like continue to thrive through January, February, March, and then they have these outcomes that are just amazing that they can begin and enjoy for 2023. A lot of people try to get started in January. They make these New Year's resolutions, and we know, if you've lived long enough, that doesn't work. We know this. So I don't want you to feel bad. I really don't. I'm just sharing I want to inspire you to like do something. Okay, do something now. Do something. Okay, like take some action step, and make sure, if you're not working with a coach, you're not working with someone like me, at least put some parameters in place so that you have some built-in accountability that will help you succeed. And at the end of the day, even if you don't want to lose weight, upgrade your knowledge, your nutrition, wisdom, upgrade that. And when you know better, we do tend to do better. Okay, unless you're stuck in a rut, unless you are just having a tough time getting momentum. And that's where I've literally done many 1 hour consultations one time. This one, like a consult, not a coaching where I'm working with them every week or every 2 weeks, but a consultation where we literally get on, we have a real conversation, we find out what your goals are, we figure out what you want to achieve, and then I put together a plan, I give it to you, and God bless and good luck. And I've seen people do really well. They just take that information and they run with it. And then if they feel like they need to be reinvigorated, then they schedule another consultation. And we just do a one-time consultation. And again, we go over any questions they have, make sure we have clarity, make some changes that's going to work for them. And then boom, they take it and they run with it. Not everybody is like that. I'm not like that. However, I'm right in the middle of that, and let's say having a coach, because I'm a big fan of coaching. I have coaches. But when it comes to me personally, what I like to do is create solid boundaries. And once I have the boundaries in place, right, then I feel like there's clarity and I have this newfound confidence to make it happen. And that works for me. And I do that with a lot of my clients, because once it's clear and we know what we're doing, it's so much easier to just get going. So there you go. Okay, before I go, I saw a couple questions come up. Thank you, Sharon Evers. You're always so inspirational. I'm sure Linda will hear that. See, Leanne says, what drug are you referring to? Well, the drug that I was referring to, or I'm talking about, that a lot of people are using, is called Wegovy. So listen to the whole thing, because I talk about the side effects. And the other name used is semaglutide. But Wegovy is the one that's starting to get more attention. They're already beginning to ramp up their advertising and marketing, because people start to feel really frustrated with their waistline, how they feel between now and the end of December, right? So then it puts everybody in a position where I'm going to have a new life. I'm going to create a new start. And come January, and Wegovy is just working their way in. Because when I was on Newsmax talking about this, I think it was around that time. Yeah, I believe it was like during January, either last year or the year before. Okay, well, that's my share for today. If you have any other questions, just reach out to us. We are here to help. Our goal is to share information, legit information, so that you are informed. So you are informed. And we are not biased. There is no confirmation bias here. If someone brings to my attention a better way to eat, a better way to do something, then that becomes my way. But as of right now, the Diet for Your Life methodology, I still have not seen anything nothing has come close to it. And I can't even imagine anything coming close to it. I hope something comes close to it, but I don't see it. And we've been doing this for a long time, and the outcomes continue to be successful. And that's why 95% of our clients never ever get pulled into doing these crazy diets. And if they do, they come back to Diet for Your Life. And there's a whole bunch of people that will give you a thumbs up on it. And this is not bragging, it's not being pompous, it's just the truth. I mean, I've shared the Diet for Your Life methodology in front of so many people. And every time, if someone gets a chance to really understand it, or if I do the presentation, they always go, "This is the best thing I've seen, and why don't more people know about it?" I hear that all the time. I'm almost numb to it, which I don't need to be, because there's a lot of work for us to do to get the Diet for Your Life methodology in front of and beneficial for way more people. So anyway, thank you for listening this long. I went longer than I wanted to go. I just wanted to share insight into that natural flavoring ingredient, as well as this crazy drug called Wegovy, and why so many people are just so gullible. And they're hurting, they're frustrated. I get all of that part. And that's why, and it's not their fault, because you just want to lose this weight, man. You want to feel better. You want to get healthy. I get that. But and the drugs are like the quick and easy thing for people to do. And it doesn't take much convincing. And you're willing to deal with the side effects. Even though your life sucks, when the quality of your life is not good when you're taking these drugs. But you don't know about other things. Now, if you're listening, if you hear my voice and you've watched me at all, if you're just not sure, schedule what we call a free discovery call. Just do a discovery call. Reach out to my assistant, Lori at dietforyourlife.com, and let's set up a discovery call. It takes about 20 minutes of your time. We'll have a great, fun conversation. I'll answer some questions, and then you will have better insight into, what you want to do or how you want to do things in order to become healthier, lose the weight, etc. All right. Anyway, thank you. You guys have a fabulous weekend. This is Fat Loss Friday with Robert Ferguson, your nutrition